Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So we are doing a two-part series on disclosure. So these are your questions that we're going to ask the lead team. And yeah, they're 100% your questions. Part one is going to discuss timing of disclosure, proof, government involvement, UAPs, false flags, and whether disclosure will be undeniable. So that's related on the questions you asked. Part two, which will be tomorrow night, will answer the questions that you had about meeting ETs, communication, relationships, society, telepathy, healing, travel, and ascension as it comes to disclosure. Okay, so hopefully you'll watch that two-part series. Now, I did catch somebody's comment the other day when we were re-watching what the Founding Fathers told us in January 2025. I replayed those over the July 4th weekend. I thought that would be kind of interesting. So, and I did catch one comment in particular that I thought was helpful, and she said, "Oh, I remember what I really liked about what I did back then." And it was that we would answer some personal questions. So I thought, okay, I have no problem doing that. It just kind of fell off. And I think when I started using AI to organize your questions, AI was leaving off the personal ones. So I've asked her to put the personal ones back on and leave the questions exactly the way they were asked, because sometimes AI can muck with stuff like that. So we've got 30 questions today, and then there's 3 personal questions at the end. So we'll see what those have to do. And obviously it's related to disclosure, the personal questions. So if you ask them, I'm going to have to count on you knowing which questions you asked, because I don't have your name next to the question. Okay. All right. So let's get started. I'll say a little prayer and then we'll jump right into the questions. I'm excited to learn about this. Has anybody seen the movie? Have you seen Disclosure Day yet? I thought it was good. I personally thought it was good. And I'm not going to give away anything in case you haven't seen it yet, but I would say I thought the part about when disclosure actually started happening, I wish that was more of the movie, because I felt like the lead up to that was so long, and then the part that was actually about disclosure was very short. And the part when they started showing the disclosure, you couldn't hear a pin drop in the movie theater. I mean, I felt it, like it just felt like the energy, people were holding their breath. It was really interesting. There was something about the energy around that. And it wasn't a fear. It wasn't fear. It was more like, wow, this is cool. Like that kind of energy in the theater. And there was quite a few people in the theater with us. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Okay. And obviously, as always, if you have additional questions, put them in the comments. I was just working with Marcia and Jared, J.O., we call him J.O., by the way. For Jared, Olaf is his middle name. His dad's name is Oli. Robert, they call him Oli. So they named Jared's middle name is Olaf. So J.O. is what we call him. And he does a lot of the responding with Lab to your questions. But anyways, we're going to start really pulling from every video questions and then putting them into this format. And then it'll just be easy to keep answering your questions as we go along. Okay, so I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light. And ask Archangel Michael and Saraswata, Goddess Saraswata, we're going to call her in, even though I don't know I'm pronouncing her name right. We're going to call her in today because she is the goddess that the lead team recommended that we call upon this month. It's Sarah, Saraswata, I believe, Saraswata. Again, here, let me see if I'm actually pronouncing this right. Hang on a sec. Okay, it actually looks like it's Saru instead of Sarah. That figures. Okay, so Sarusada is how you pronounce it. Sarusada. Okay, so Sarusada, we're hoping that you will be a part of our community this month with the lead team. Would you do that for us? Awesome. We're trying to work on Earth with you to raise the divine feminine. So recognizing your strengths and your willingness to assist us would be amazing. So thank you so much. So I keep wanting to say Saraswata. That's the problem. That's going to be a problem for me. Sarusada. So she is the goddess of self-knowledge. If you miss the self-care video that we did with the lead team. Okay, back to the questions. All right. Question number 1. So lead team and I'm just going to call her Sarah. I'm sorry. I just can't. It's my dyslexia. It really is. I know I use that as an excuse, but I've already forgotten how to pronounce it, so it's very annoying. Okay. Okay. Lead team. We'll just talk to lead team and our goddess. We'll just call her the goddess for July. All right. Number 1. Will disclosure be so obvious that it cannot be mistaken for AI, CGI, or special effects? Yes. Well, will disclosure be so obvious that it won't be mistaken for U.S. military? Yes. First they started saying no, and I'm like, what? Yes. Okay. All right. I shouldn't say U.S. military. Will disclosure be mistaken for any military? No. Okay. Okay. I'm going to push you back just a little bit. Number 2. Is authentic disclosure likely to happen after a staged false flag event? What? Yes. Entertainment purposes only, and allegedly. All right, well, that's no good. So, is disclosure likely to happen before a staged false flag event? Now, that doesn't mean it has to be a big thing. No. I mean, we do, because we kind of have false flag events a lot. I mean, so, yeah, that's kind of hard to interpret, actually, I think, in terms of timing. Well, I don't know if anybody asks specifically, like, is it going to be in 2026, 2027? Yeah, I don't think we have that, so I'm just going to ask a few. And again, timing is really hard, and timelines are a real thing. I'm really starting to understand it, so just know they can tell us this now, but stuff shifts constantly. So it will just give us a rough estimation. And it shifts because of all of our free will. It only makes sense that it would, We're constantly making decisions and moving the timelines around. So, and the more we stay in love, it shifts the timeline. The more fear we have, it shifts the timeline. So, it's just a thing. Okay, so lead team and our goddess, do you see full disclosure? And by disclosure, let's just make sure we're on the same page. What we mean is that humans on Earth will all see with their own eyes that there are other beings, entities living outside of Earth on other galaxies that have been visiting us. That's what we mean by disclosure. Are we on the same page? Yes, at least that's what I mean by disclosure. So that we are just really clear that it's not just, and that we can start having relationships, open relationships with our galactic families, or however you want to state it. Okay? Okay, yes. Okay, will this happen in 2026? No. I mean by will what? Because we're all getting little bits and pieces. That's another whole story. My husband and I saw a UAP about 2 years ago, and I shared it here on the channel. But so I'm talking like full disclosure, like, whoa, the entire earth is in on this, like aware. We're talking like that kind of disclosure. Is that going to happen in my lifetime? Yes. Okay. I mean, I could live till I'm 100. So that'd be like 40 years from now. A little bit more. So will it be in 2026? No. Will it be in 2027? Is it timelined right now for 2027? Yes. Whoa. Okay. Is the full disclosure is something catastrophic, I think is maybe what this false flag question was about. Is something catastrophic going to require the disclosure? Yes. Bummer. So love is not enough for us to get a peaceful disclosure? No. So are you saying the human race is more likely to deal effectively with the disclosure after a catastrophic event? Yes. Darn. That's too bad. Allegedly. We can shift that too, you know. Okay, they're saying yes, we can shift it. Maybe if you have questions on how we can shift it. I don't have anything, these are areas of these are topics that I'm not very educated in. So sometimes it's hard for me to ask questions. It's the follow-up questions. Okay. Will disclosure happen before the U.S. midterm elections in November 2026? No. Are the green fireballs, we're switching topics a little bit, connected to Threei Atlas? What? What are the green fireballs? I don't even know what those are. Yes. They're saying yes. So again, I don't know what they are. So did Threei Atlas's path send meteors to Earth? Yes. You guys will have to let me know if you concur with that, because again, I don't really know. We did a video on Threei Atlas. And I believe at that time, didn't you guys say that Threei Atlas was not a consciousness? Yes, but since then I have heard people say it is a consciousnness. So which is it? Is Threei Atlas a consciousness? A conscious being? Yes. Well, what the hell? Did you tell us that because that's what the community needed to hear at the time? I mean, yes. Okay. All right. Well, you guys maybe want to listen to that. Maybe we'll repost the Threei Atlas video at some point so people can hear it again. And it's really just for a reflection. So that was more recent than the Founding Father one, but okay. So today, are you saying our community is more capable? And we were capable before, but we're more open to understanding that Threei Atlas could be a consciousness? Yes. I thought I was kind of open to it then. I don't know. But maybe it's what, not just me, but what our community needed. I don't know. So they're saying yes. Okay, well, trust. All right. Will we start seeing more UAPs as a sign that disclosure is beginning? Yes. Okay. So it will be a slow rollout for the most part? Yes. Is the government, and I'm going to assume the U.S. government, likely to announce disclosure before official first contact? Yes. Okay. Will it happen by the Trump administration? No. Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting turn of events if they're saying it's 2027, but it's not the Trump administration. Is it a different government that's likely to disclose this besides the US? No. Okay. You can take that for what it's worth. That will bring up a whole bunch of different questions. Let's see. Will all people see proof of extraterrestrial life for themselves? Yes. Cool. I have to say, like, even what they showed, and they showed like pretty, in Disclosure Day, this isn't giving anything away, I don't think, but they showed pretty like what you would think an alien looks like that's what they were showing. And I have to say, when I was seeing it, like, I felt immense love for them. And I don't know if it's the way the movie was set up that got me to feel that way, or if it's just I'm changing. But I would not have felt that way in the past. I know that for sure. So I know that movie helped me, like if we were to see beings that were, and I did see somebody's comment, and I think it was in a different video. It wasn't in these disclosure questions that I did a call out on, so I don't think it's in here. Didn't I see somebody's question that said that they had a similar dream that I had with the aliens that came and like kind of scared me? Extraterrestrial looking beings, and that person said they had the same thing, like 3 of them. If that was you, can you put your question again in this here so we can pull it and then ask later? Well, I'll just ask right now because I don't know if I got the story right, but were the 3 beings that showed up in my sleep, was that a real experience I was having? Yes. And there's a member of our community that had a similar experience. Yes. Was this person visited by the same 3? Yes. What? Are we a part of the same family, like soul family? So that's why we're having similar experiences? Yes. Were these beings that visited us a part of our soul family? Yes. Okay. Interesting. All right. Let's see. Are some people still likely to deny disclosure even after evidence is shown? Yes. Out of fear, I'm assuming? Yes. Will disclosure happen to the population as a whole? Yes. Good. This was going to be very interesting. Is disclosure more likely to happen on an individual basis first? No. But are you guys prepping people? Because like even just showing up in my dream, showing up in that other person's, like that. Yes. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you that I had these 3 beings. They were like right here. And I just went, no. That was it. They popped, all 3 of them just popped into my awareness. Like they were like right in front of my face. And they looked very different than me. And I was like, no. That's all I did. I like set boundaries like right away. Like, you're too close. And so I think they know now. It's not that they looked different that I was afraid. It's just that they were like right in my space, like right there. And there was 3 of them. So it's just, I think they were a little excited, you know. Karen, hi. You know, that's kind of how I see it now. But it scared me. Like, it scared me enough that I actually woke up too. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. All right. Let's see. Okay, so on an individual basis. So it's not likely to happen on an individual basis, but are people being prepped as we sleep right now? Are we being prepped? Yes. Okay, good. Well, I'm assuming the more we're prepped, the less denial there'll be. Yes. Okay. Would disclosure happen like Independence Day? Oh my gosh, can you imagine? No. With ships hovering in the skies around the world? No. I guess I was thinking of, because that was kind of a violent movie, wasn't it? I mean, we were attacking. Okay, will many people will it be more like Disclosure Day, the movie Disclosure Day? Yes. Okay. Will many people think authentic disclosure is actually a false flag event? Yes. Okay, well, how are we going to do that? Like, how are you? I don't have a yes and no question about how we're going to be able to prove that it's not like military who's kind of taken the equipment from, UFO equipment and designed it. And how are we going to know that, you guys? That's the question on the table. Yes, that is the question on the table. Okay. Is that obviously something that you're aware of and that is being worked out? Yes. Okay. There's a lot of mistrust right now. You got to know that. Yes. All right. Did you guys see that the trial for Tony Robinson, it was Tony, right? Tyler, was it Tyler Robinson or Tony Robinson? Started today. So that'll be interesting. All right. Will the government try to run a false flag UFO event? Yes. Does that contradict a question I asked earlier? Maybe it was the way I asked it. So, and it could be the government. I guess, who are we talking about? The government. Will any of the governments in the world try to run a false flag UFO event? Yes, and the word is try. So, will they be successful in running? Okay, so it's no. So no, they won't be successful, but they will try. Okay, so it's something, that's why there was contradiction, I think, between the questions. Are some governments working with Palladians or Arcturians? Yes. Are some governments working with reptilians? Yes. Are governments, So my understanding is there is positive and negative Palladians. Is that true? Oh, no. Okay. Are there positive and negative Arcturians? No. Are there positive and negative reptilians? Yes. Okay. So are the negative reptilians working with some governments? Yes. And has that been sort of the issue on Earth? Yes. Okay. And are there positive reptilians working with some governments? Yes. Okay. Are the Palladians, Arcturians, or reptilians working against government? Yes. Would those, and let's just clarify, do we mean the white hats? Yes. Are they working against the governments that are working with the lower vibration reptilians? Yes. I never thought a year and a half ago I'd be having these conversations. We started with, who's going to win the election? How did we get here? How did we get here? That's the question. Oh my gosh, hilarious. All right. Will disclosure help humanity move towards ascension and enlightenment? Yes. I'm going to ask the opposite though. Will disclosure hurt humanity's movement towards ascension and enlightenment? No. Okay, well, that's good. Does disclosure happen now because humanity is ready? Yes. Did you expect it to be sooner than 2027? Yes. Is that so? Humanity is less ready than you thought we would be? Yes. Okay. All right. We can only guess as to why that is. Does disclosure happen now? Okay, we just did that because humanity is ready. Okay, so 2027. Is the movie Disclosure Day accurate? Yes. Was the movie Disclosure Day scripted with the help from Palladians and Arcturians and maybe other starseeds? Yes. Like other Galactic Federation type of people? Yes. Wow. Okay. Did the writer of Disclosure Day have firsthand knowledge? Yes. Are alien species already cloaking themselves as humans? Yes. Negative alien species are cloaking themselves as human? Yes. And higher vibration alien species as well? Yes. Am I one of those? I think we're all actually cloaking ourselves as... Okay, let me clarify. So yes, what we mean by that are... Now I can't even remember. Was there cloaking done in Disclosure Day? Like, I can't quite remember because I was watching a different... No? I think what we mean is there's extraterrestrial beings who know they're extraterrestrial and can turn themselves into humans. Is that happening on Earth today? Yes. Okay. Well, then I don't know that I'm doing that. So if you see me all of a sudden change, I don't know that that's what's happening. So, yeah, that's interesting. All right. Are alien species, already cloaking themselves as animals? Wow. Yes. Yes. Are there more galactic beings outside of Earth? Yes. Are there more galactic beings outside of Earth than are on Earth? Yes. Is there a firmament around Earth? Okay, that's a whole nother. Yes. Yes, there is a firmament. Interesting. That would be something we'd have to explore separately, I think. Are we truly living in a hologram? Yes, that really freaks me out. It doesn't anymore, but when I first heard that, I was like, I literally would spend like days looking up at the sky like, okay, is that like, it's like a Truman Show. And if you watch the end of the Truman Show, what happens at the end? He just hits the end and he's like, there's stairs that go up. I do keep looking outside like, that is just weird. Oh my gosh. So are we basically living in what Truman lived in the Truman Show? Yes. Is Earth much, much bigger than they have led us to believe on the maps? Yes. Because I've heard people say, like, they don't let us go past this certain point or whatever, but there's more beyond that. Yes. All right. This is bringing up a whole slew of questions. So, J.O., I think we're going to get more questions here. All right. Are humans surrounded by an ice wall? No. I don't even know where to go with that. I don't know. The ice wall. Are galactic beings doing something in Antarctica? Yeah, I've heard a little bit about this. Yes. Because it's Antarctica that continues to go further, correct? Than what we are led to believe on the map? Yes. Have galactic beings been dealing with our leaders instead of everyday human beings? I love the word dealing. Have they been dealing with them? Yes. Yes. They have been. Okay, we have 3 personal questions we're going to answer here, and they're multi-layered. So the first one from a community member is, did I really meet and communicate? So lead team and our goddess, can you look into these 3 community members who asked these questions, please? Tap into them so that you're giving us correct information. Okay, do you know who asked those questions in front of me? Yes? Okay, very good. All right, so the first one was, meaning the person who's asking this, did I really meet and communicate telepathically with a small group of ETs? Yes. Or was it a fever dream? No. Look at you go. It's just like in my dream, I think I really was, but, you know, but I was still sleeping, like my body was sleeping, but my spirit was meeting with them is kind of how I see it. Yes. Okay. So if so, this person wants to know, were those that he or she communicating with, were they Palladians? Yes. And is this person a part of the Palladian star seeds? Yes. So am I. Hi. That's what they told me anyways. I don't know. It doesn't really resonate with me, but that's okay. I don't really get it, but that part of it, like I don't quite feel it. I don't go, oh, I don't really, I need to visually see what a Palladian is and, but maybe that's why I was connecting while I was watching that movie. But I think everybody was in that theater, so I don't know. Okay, so this is the second question from a community member. The community member wants to know, will I meet an ET or galactic being in person? Yes. Like when they are fully awake on Earth as a human being? Yes. Will this happen in 2027? Well, I guess it would if the rest of us are meeting them too, right? Yes. Will it happen in stages? Yes. Is it true there will be ambassadors on both sides? That's cool. I like that idea. Yes, there will be ambassadors. So there'll be human ambassadors that people trust. Yes. Is Trump going to be one of those ambassadors? No. Okay, I think that's a good idea just because he's so polarizing. Are the ambassadors going to be those humans that are not so polarizing? Are there any we can find? Anybody that's not polarizing, anybody. So they're saying yes. Okay. Is it going to have to be a celebrity type person? Like someone not in politics, but more celebrity? Oh, yes. Okay. That's interesting. Last question. This is from another community member. Was it the most appreciated way to behave when, what is the most appreciated way to behave when we meet galactic supporters in real life? I love that. Should we shake hands? Yes. Should we stand about 5 feet apart? No. These are great questions. Should we hug? Yes. I would probably approach them as you would anybody. You might recognize somebody right away. They're saying yes. Will their higher vibration cause dizziness or other physical effects? Yes. Okay, so that's why we might want to just take it slow. Yes. Is that one of the reasons why you guys keep encouraging us to raise our vibration so we can, meet our galactic families? Yes. Interesting. All right, you guys. So tomorrow night, we are going to come back and continue this conversation. And we are going to be asking your questions that had to do with meeting more ETs, communication with them, relationships with them, society, telepathy, healing, travel, and ascension when it comes to disclosure. So this is enjoyable. Love the questions. Thank you so much for keeping the questions rolling in this community, because even though I've kind of bounced around a little bit and tried to find a little bit of a shortcut with AI, it was a test and I didn't love it. So your questions are way more interesting. So I really appreciate you guys. Appreciate you subscribing, sharing, liking, anything you can do to support our community and bring more people into it, because then we'll just get more and more different perspectives too. So kind of cool. All right. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.